Oh God, guys. Ed said that Rose's breath smelled. Oh my God, guys. A little snippet of an episode of next week's episode of 90 Day Fiancé came out last night. Just a little preview. And in the preview episode, we saw Ed say that Rose's breath smelled. Or in his words, that her breath wasn't pretty. And Rose said that she actually has a stomach ulcer and that's what makes her breath smell. And she was furious at Ed. She was so mad that she ended up calling him ugly. Holy crap, wow. If you guys haven't seen this little snippet, it was like 40 minutes long of the episode coming out next week. I don't know why TLC keeps doing this, but every week they release like a new little snippet of next week's episode. And it's always like 30 or 40 minutes long. So if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link below. A few of you guys let me know it's on TLC Go as well, so you can check it out there too. And it's a really good snippet. The first thing that happened was, remember how Ed and Rose, they had their whole night together at Rose's house and Ed wasn't very happy? Remember that? Well, they ended up deciding that they were going to go on a trip and they flew off to some island by the Philippines. It was a beautiful island. You know, from what we saw, they were having a pretty good time. One thing leads to another. They spend the night together. They wake up the next day in this new island on their vacation, and Ed welcomes Rose with some amazing gifts. Some a little bit creepy. First off, he gets her a bathing suit, then something a little bit more on the inappropriate side for them too, and then he goes and gives her a mouthwash, a toothbrush, and toothpaste. And he totally calls her out for her breath just not smelling good. He did a little one-on-one interview and he said that her breath when they first met, and he noticed ever since, just smelled horrible. Then he hands her the toothpaste, mouthwash, and toothbrush and says that your breath doesn't smell very pretty. Holy crap, is this guy out of his mind, delusional? And I can tell you, with men and women, you never want to tell anyone that they're fat, and you never want to tell anyone that their breath smells. There might be a time and place, and Ed actually told Rose that her breath smelled horrible. Dude, come on. What is wrong with this guy? Of course, Ed did spin it that he meant it more as just a general hygiene because, as we all know, if your teeth and your gums and everything, you know, they can get infected and it can actually lead to really serious stuff. So I don't know, maybe Ed at his heart of heart did just genuinely want to make sure that Rose was safe and healthy and that she didn't have any, you know, thing wrong with her mouth and her teeth because, you know, maybe with her living situation in the Philippines, maybe she can't even afford a toothbrush and toothpaste on a regular basis. So who knows where Ed was coming from? I think there is a time and place for both. Hey, if he is concerned for her about her actual hygiene, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was just vain and just thought that, hey, her breath smelled horrible and he doesn't want to kiss her. Either way, there was a time and a place for Ed to bring it up in a real, serious, loving matter, and I don't think he did it in the right way. Oh God, put in the comments below what you think of this whole situation. I just can't believe how this guy words things. So Ed and Rose, oh my gosh, Rose was mad. After he said it, she was kind of like, what is this? Then after he explained it, hey, your breath doesn't smell very pretty, then she was furious and she walked into the bathroom and said in her language, you are ugly twice. And I think we are starting to witness this, the downward spiral of Ed and Rose right before our eyes, because clearly for the 100th time, there's no way they are still together. And for the other couples that were on this little snippet of a preview, Jeffree and Varia were there. They were, you know, they got back from Jeffree's mom's. They were kind of talking about what happened. Of course, Varia was just like shaken up by this whole situation. She was pretty upset about what happened. She definitely wasn't happy. And she even told Jeffree, I don't know where I stand with you at this point because your past now would clearly, you know, affect our future together. And surprisingly, Jeffree agreed, and he said he respects, you know, your opinion, and you have to take it for what it is and make your own decision. Erica and Steph, the lovely, the crazy, the bizarre Erica and Steph, were also on the preview, and they went to a little garden to kind of talk about their relationship, and it appears that for the time being that they're going to kind of work things out. Ugh, come on. I said it last video. Steph, she needs to get out of there. But I do think there's a little part of me inside. Nothing wrong with this, but I do think Steph kind of just wanted a little bit of fame. And maybe Erica's in the same boat. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. Just throwing that idea out there. And if she did just want to get a little bit of fame, she's probably not going to run off this show anytime soon. She's probably going to run out her course and at least stay the 3 weeks or however long it was in Australia. I was so shaken up by this whole Ed and Rose situation. I mean, dude, I can't believe it. This guy is just doing more bizarre and strange stuff than I've ever seen on this show. But, you know, it sounds like he's still all pretty high spirits and confident and cocky, and he's doing his own thing. And if you follow him on Instagram, he's just cheery and living his life. And, you know, he has been doing more interviews than I have ever seen with anyone on this show. So clearly, Ed, it's without a doubt, maybe he liked Rose, maybe he loved Rose. I think the guy definitely wanted a little bit of fame. He reminds me of some people that were on previous seasons. The guy just wanted to become famous, and hey, maybe he will. And speaking of the topic of Ed, I don't think I've brought this up to you guys in video. I know I have on my email list, which, speaking of which, if you've not joined my reality TV email list, definitely make sure to click the link below and join that email list as soon as possible. But for those of you guys that I have not shared this with, check out these old pictures of Ed that he has been posting on social media. Holy crap, he was a different person. I mean, Ed used to be a pretty good-looking guy. Now, hey, maybe you still think Ed is a good-looking guy. I have no idea. I hate to say it, but he definitely did put on some weight, and his hair is much longer. And I'm telling you guys, if he lost some of that weight and got a haircut, he would physically look much more just, you know, better. However, I know a lot of you guys are going to say that wouldn't change his personality, because I know a lot of you guys don't love Ed's personality, and I think he does have a pretty bizarre personality as well, and I think he has been pretty rude throughout the season to Rose, now on like 3 separate occasions. So I don't want to say the guy has some great big-hearted personality. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, because we all know TLC is notorious for clipping up different clips to make people look like a villain or whatever, when maybe in reality he's a nice guy. But it has been 3 separate occasions with the test and her shaving her legs, and now with her brushing her teeth, and even kind of a 4th when he was really upset and rude and just dramatic about her living situation. So Ed, maybe they're kind of cutting him out to be the villain this season, but come on, he is definitely, you know, I don't know, being a little bit harsh and rude in some of these clips. But hey, that's my take. Put in the comments below what you guys think of this whole situation. I want to hear from you guys. And like I said earlier, if you haven't already joined the email list, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. I'll put a link below in the description. You can click over and join it. It's free to join. It's a blast. I send a couple emails a week so we can all stay in touch and stay connected. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for many more.